Believers England team here for Extreme Movie Show with Dr. Venkman.
How's it going, everybody?
And as always, we've got the one, the only, the Robzilla.
Sir, good evening. I have a bone to pick with you.
With me?
With you, sir.
What are we boning?
We're boning the fact that, and I'm trying to look at my notes, but I'll speak from the heart because I'm not the only one that can figure this out. I don't know how 5 years from now Eglinton came back to present day Eglinton's time, came over, disrupted my Timecop stream that the doctor and I were working on 5 years ago. I don't know how to explain it, but we had a technical snafu, so that's why we're doing this live, I believe.
I'm not going to tell
live
you how,
commentary. Tell everybody what we're doing.
I'm not going to tell you how, sir, but I'm going to tell you why. It's because I felt that Timecop deserved an entire commentary, not just kicking it. I felt it deserves us watching from beginning to end and just going through the entire thing like that. And yeah, so I had to, man.
So for those that are joining, obviously we've only done this one other time with Commando, which was a rousing success. We're going to do it here for a second time. It's going to be even better. What do people need to do this? Okay,
we're going to tell you exactly where we are. If you have a copy of Timecop, or you can get to a copy of Timecop, we're going to count 1, 2, 3 movies, and we're going to be going right on into it. We're at 17 seconds, which you should be able to see a wave. We're going to chat a little bit, let you get all set up if you're listening to it. And then we're going to start at the same time. And, hey, we're going to talk along. Granted, we're not allowed to show clips and everything because YouTube, you know how it's been getting recently, and it's been worse and worse. We even got someone saying, hey, that's our video. We fought it. We won. But that's how it's been going. And we're just going to go on. We're going to have a lot of fun watching Timecop, discussing the memories we have when we saw it in theaters, any little tidbits, a little bit of news. Maybe we found some mistakes or something we know about. And we're just going to bring it up and have fun with the film.
Now, one thing I did want to ask you that we didn't get a chance to on the aborted live stream earlier, maybe you and the doctor aware of this. One thing I did not know about Timecop is I guess it was based on like a 3-issue graphic novel back in the day.
It was. Yes, it was. I have not read it, though. It's actually
Dark Horse Comics was the name, I think.
Yeah, it was from Dark Horse, but it was weird because there was a Dark Horse comic, and then I believe that there was a comic book based on the movie, based on the comic as well. So, meta. But you are right. This is a comic book movie.
Yeah, Jay, we were having some technical issues. I actually had some GIMP music that I wanted to debut, but just keep that in mind. Oh, and can I say one more thing before you take control there, E?
Take away. Talk away.
Bang!
God, you guys, seriously, this is where you want to be when Jesus comes. All righty, that's cool. Cool.
Rob wants to be on the Gong Show.
Yeah. But
actually, no, it's just our stream got hit with the diamond cutter earlier. So I don't know if YouTube's trying to make me pull an Epstein like we were talking about in hell. But Timecop, what better way to kicking it and actually just do a full live commentary? I am excited about this.
Yeah, it should be fun. Okay, so do we have anything else we need to say about it? Have we given everybody time to get their own copy of Timecop up and running, do you think?
Yeah, we're going to be starting. What we're showing is at the 17-second mark. We're going to give you a countdown 3, 2, 1. We'll give you time updates as you come in and out of the stream. Yeah, Chrono's having now. Chrono's got sound. Chrono, all of us appeared to dropped out. We went back, so I appreciate you coming back.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Thanks for the retweets too and everything, by the way. I noticed a lot of people there. Believe it or not, let me say this. I was so excited to do Timecop, and then the three of us started doing it, and whatever our technical issues were gone. It's dealt with. But we had 25 listeners, which
I know.
is a record high new audience live listening. I'm really impressed by that. So I appreciate the fact that we're starting to get a lot more people sign up. You guys are spreading the word out there. So let's have a fun night.
We ended the show with 25, which was the highest for any of the Von Damme kicking it. And yeah, hopefully we get that here, because it's a really cool film. Really cool film. And once again, we're going to count down 1, 2, 3 movies. Time Cop at 17 seconds is where we're going to be starting if anybody wants to join in. All right. And I guess I should say Venkman and Rob, you tell me when you guys are ready, and we'll start it.
I just want to say one thing. Might be helping on the channel. A couple days ago, I was talking to Rob on Twitter, and he changed it so he actually had the YouTube link up there for the channel. And he put the Xtreme Movie Channel banner behind his name. So now when he throws a tweet out, people have someone that a face with the name.
Yeah.
So man, because he's always adding JCVD all the time. I think JCVD probably is watching this right now.
Probably had his French, or excuse me, his Belgian agents, disrupt our stream.
That would be fun. Now we're going to also try to continue have a continuous discussion, so you're not just watching a blank screen and then my fat face staring into the computer while we're watching.
But apparently 25 people like that. To see in the black screen, and then
go figure. Go figure. And Eric Breen, I just wanted to say good luck, and we're all counting on you. Thank you very much for the airplane quote. Yeah, you can't get stuff past me, boy.
Damn it, that's good. I missed that. I knew it was from something. I had no idea what. I love that airplane.
Yeah, that's when Leslie Nielsen would go to the cockpit. There you go. All righty. So as I said, we're you guys all set? You ready?
Yeah.
We're at 17 seconds. You should be seeing a wave right now. If you guys, for everybody coming in late, going to count down 1, 2, 3 movies, Time Cop, and push play. All righty. And this is, the reason I wanted to start it here is this is basically the whole intermedia sign and everything. That way nobody's starting in the middle of a movie or anything. Largo Entertainment. You just watched Key Largo.
Yep.
With Humphrey Bogart, which is something
we're going to debut the Classics channel with Bogart. Was my thought.
And it actually says Dark Horse Production. Yep. Yeah, Dark Horse Comics. Way to go, man! This is awesome.
I just love font.
Say again.
The whole font of everything. The letters.
Yeah. We're gonna find this out. Ron Silver is the star of the show. The man kicks all sorts of ass. And
I love the scene that with me or Sara where she just starts beating on people. It's crazy.
All righty. Bruce McGill from Animal House. He plays D-Day.
Pretty noticeable character.
Yeah. He plays he plays D-Day from Animal House too.
Yep.
One of the he's very proficient or prolific actor as well. So yeah, he's in everything. Okay, I just realized I'm not getting sound here. There we go. All righty.
So right now we're at the 145 mark.
Yeah.
Production designed by Philip Harrison.
So what are you thinking of the score? What do you think about this?
Industrial 90s.
Industrial 90s. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
It's not. Unfortunately, this could be the weakest part of it because I'm hearing and I'm like, it's almost like it was brought in from another, that was written for another movie. They were like, I don't know. And then they said, wait a second, we need a score. So they pull it out of the office drawer. And
it's like a score for like Under Siege or Batman. They didn't use. Sam Raimi's in that. Did you see that?
Batman is way better.
Did you just see that in the credits? Sam Raimi's in there.
In the production, absolutely.
Wow.
All right, scene just started. It's raining. We're at 2:32.
Now, this was actually the opening for the preview as well.
Yep.
This was the trailer. I remember running this trailer. I was working at United Artists at the time. I do believe at this point in time I was working for the Florida Mall. I had already met Gail for this one too. Yeah.
There is a little bit of delay on the YouTube, so I apologize.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But we're gonna have to just watch this as the movie's going through. Okay, I love the fact that they took away a tooth, but this guy is still like absolutely clean faced, clean everything. It's just he's missing a tooth.
Well, he just came back. He came from the future, so yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Yeah.
how did he lose the tooth beforehand? What's the whole thing there? There's a story. Did he want to blend in, so he knocked it out?
I love that nobody's chewing tobacco. It's spreading on the ground.
Oh. Because if you look at the actual Civil War soldiers, they really do have them all mudded up.
Yep.
He's got this well-groomed face and everything.
There you go. Your submachine guns with the laser sights.
Damn.
Not a single horse was harmed.
No blood.
This is actually how I think time travel would be treated. I mean, why wouldn't you use it as a way to go back and rob artifacts?
Right?
I know it's like if I ever got a hold of time travel, I'm already a criminal, but seriously, why not?
No one's gonna miss the gold. It might collapse the economy though. If you still gold.
Yeah.
No, gold's what you want with a collapsed economy.
I
And
want
silver.
gold.
There you go. Scott Lawrence sat down. Tall black man.
Yeah, the black guy that wears the glasses that make it look like he's an 8-year-old kid with a bow tie. What's the deal with him? Because he does a good job, but I just remember him sticking out going, I have no idea who it is. The guy putting the glasses on right now. Is he anybody?
Let me check it out here. That was all.
Scott Lawrence. And I think he's been in some other movies since then. He was never really a standout character. He's always like a supporting character.
Okay.
But not as big as Morgan Freeman, though.
Oh, yeah, he's been in a few things. As a matter of fact, I think on one point he was mistaken for Obama. Like, I think this is the guy. Let me see. Is this the guy that played Satan in the Bible story? Because he kind of looks like him.
Might have been.
No, it's not him. But yeah, he's been in a lot of good stuff, but he's always been the side character, a guy off to the side. Like he was in Avatar. He's in 24, the TV show, Cloverfield. So this boy's been around a lot.
He's like
making some money. Yeah.
He's like his late 20s here, and then now you see him now. You'll recognize him because he's so much older.
Yeah, he's also the voice of Vader in a whole bunch of Star Wars games. So
yep.
Rock on. He may look like a nerd, but he actually is one. It's not just that he plays one on TV.
He may be a nerd, but he's a nerd with money. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. All right. Missed the banner with Eric Breen, says Jay Fairclough. Dr. V is the new Old Man Comics. There you go. You're officially old now, sir.
I do feel old like Joe Butler in Angel Has Fallen.
Yeah, Ron Silver could just give two flying fucks right here, just looking around. He's understand what's going on, and this is great. It's like he's smart and he's hearing all the blah blah blah, but then like his little primal brain's going, "Hey, how can I take advantage of this and fuck everybody?" Or better yet, how can I use this to parlay my future into something that I desire?
Well, I'm glad that they're playing this like that as well, because if he's the future him is the big baddie here. So if he's becoming this, they have to plant the seeds in the younger guy. And for a few scenes, he's a bit too naive, I think. But yeah, right here, it's really good that they're planting some seeds that this guy is actually an evil bastard.
And I love he's got the whole like it kind of looks like the dude from that was trying to negotiate with Hans Gruber in Die Hard. This vibe from him with the facial hair and everything, the suit. Yep. Like, booby baby, I got what you need, He's got the same cocky attitude. So I actually went and looked. I'm like, was he in Die Hard? No, it wasn't him. It was just a guy who looked like him. But I mean, yeah, he's got that. He's got that.
The word you're looking for is Euro trash, because there's plenty of it in this movie.
Yeah, but I mean,
he's a smart bastard.
He's got the suave like El Pacino.
Now I'm trying to watch really carefully because we just talked about some of the stuff in here. We're at the 8-minute mark right now, and it's zooming over to Capital Drugs and then putting down onto Mia Sara coming into focus right now.
Just one of the most beautiful women of the 1980s. She's Ferris Bueller's girlfriend, if for those of you who don't know. But as Simone, I always thought she was gorgeous, and damn, gorgeous woman.
Apparently, she was to meet him at noon.
I have a few Belova watches.
To satisfy a woman.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious!
I love this. This is hot stuff.
I like the growling. If I was him, I wouldn't keep you waiting. Okay, you know what? I think I was wrong earlier. I said I thought he was a member, but I'm not seeing the shoulder things that officially make him a member. So, no, this is just a regular old nothing jacket.
Here comes a dude totally out of character. They're out of place. Where are they in? L.A.?
Rollerblading. How 90s.
With a backpack in the mall.
Wolverine. The Wolverine boots. So, yeah, that.
There's a Nissan right behind you. So this mall scene kind of reminded me of Invasion USA with the Nissan truck. But it's a Nissan car now.
I'll tell you something I do like is that the extras actually looked to see what was going on. Yep. Way too many movies, and I know this is weird to actually extras, but way too many movies. Extras just don't actually pay attention to the action, no matter how distracting the action is. This is a guy who, one, robbed a purse, and two, another guy put his foot in the face. People should react.
Yep. I love that she makes fun of his accent, too.
Yeah, it's unlike all his movies. Yeah, he just saw the two of the Eurotrash goons that he's going to be facing later on. But it's neat here because, of course, all the product placement with A&W and Nissan, but you're going to see all this again here later. So, yeah, I'm just looking at just how horribly dressed everybody is. Yeah. And this guy with the parrot. So, yeah, they're showing you really dumb stuff.
Yeah.
But it's stuff you'll remember in the final act, which is kind of good.
And I guarantee you a guy would not be able to have a live parrot without it on a leash or something in a cage in the mall.
I've seen that, though, actually downtown here many times. Yeah, they would have them.
But would it be on his shoulder that's like that? Without even
we've seen usually their wings are clipped so they can't fly away, or sometimes there's just like a little thing attached from the foot.
Look at that.
All right, hold on, stop. Let's just watch. Cue the sexy sex.
You've got Mia Sara, and the ass we see is John Claude's. What is up with that? Come on.
See her boobs? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, you do get a boob shot.
It is back. Ooh.
Yeah. She is
32B.
She definitely works out.
No, she doesn't.
She cheated on Ferris Bueller.
I do not know what it is about European guys like Jean-Claude Van Damme and what's his name from The Room that makes you think that what makes them think we want to see their asses and not the chicks.
Tommy Wiseau,
yeah.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Oh, hi, my ass. Why even bother stealing? It becomes about power. The knowledge is source of power.
A typical guy thing I have to, and here she is. You know, he just gives her sweet, sweet love, and she's getting all friggin' moody. At this point, I'm going like, oh, God damn it. She's getting dressed. It's like, yeah, whatever. Of course, she's going to have to go into work. You just saw a shot of their house. It's like 5,000 square feet, for God's sakes.
Yeah,
it's like,
nice
be happy with what you got. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever work he is doing is putting her into a very nice life.
But doesn't that house look like it's from like a horror movie?
Yeah, I'm sure it's on the back lot somewhere. But this is key, and it's important here because she's acting all moody. And this was a turnoff for me because I thought, oh, she's acting like that. She should be ecstatic. She just got laid by JCVD, and he's saying, hey, I got to go into work. Sorry, you can tell me something later. We all know from our life experiences that she's pregnant. But it's neat how they cut these scenes in later in the movie too.
So I'm looking up some facts about the movie. And it says 2004, Max's hairstyle is partially influenced by Wolverine from the X-Men.
I wonder, because the Wolverine boot, and the fact it's Dark Horse Comics,
Yeah.
they're making reference to Wolverine.
All right. Now, these guys are not intimidating at all. He just got kicked down the stairs outside his house in the pouring rain. She's taken upstairs.
Like,
here comes the other two. There's the iron stupid stuff and the hoop earrings. These guys are a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell?
The Monster Squad kids are more intimidating than these guys.
It'd be different if they're from like Australia. Like, we're in Australian outback. We're going to kill you.
In what century? All I know is that it looks like the future really has no fashion sense.
Right?
The guy's wearing jack boots and a janitor's unitard from the waist down. And I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's got a mullet, but he's balding. Lord knows people who have a hairstyle like me should not wear a mullet.
Yeah. Like, they shoot him in the chest to figure he's dead.
What's cool here is all the steam that starts like coming off of his head. So they must have filmed it when it's kind of cold or something. I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, like right here, you see it. That's what happens when you get really hot and you're out in the cold. Yeah, show us all, because we had no idea that could happen.
Yeah, it's like a huge movie trope.
But this is crazy how they do this all. He's gonna run to the house now. Like, did those guys not know the bomb was gonna go off? It was just so confusing.
At this point, we don't know anything other than the house blew up and it appeared that his wife and other people were in it.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
Which was just so mind-boggling when you first watch this scene. It's like, are these jihads?
We don't know.
Yeah.
So what brief time they had on screen together, I think they had a natural chemistry, and they seemed like a legitimate, realistic couple.
Yeah.
For what it's worth. So right now we're at the 1545 mark. The camera's panning down to Wall Street, October 30th, 1929. One of the second or third big bubbles we had after the Federal Reserve Act in 1913, whatever.
Here's my guy, my Irish guy in here.
Oh, yep, you have a jumper.
There he is.
Okay, so a little factoid. This is a kind of a goof that I'm looking up little things like this, and it says during the fight in the office, there's a frosted bulb in the lamp, but those had not been invented until years afterwards.
But what I like here is it feels like a period piece. It's very rich looking. I don't mean expensive, but like just the colors, everything about it, and the guy going upstairs, it's pretty accurate looking for its time. Be right back.
All righty. Kind of looks like the Daily Planet building from Smallville.
Doesn't it?
Redressed.
Or even the 90s.
Yeah.
The ABC show.
Yeah, it really does.
So we don't know who this guy is. He comes in. He's not really wearing your traditional Wall Street type suit here, but obviously you see the stocks collapsing. And this is a cool little scene here where he pulls out, right now he's pulling out of his briefcase, the USA Today, you know, more merchandising, but he's going to be checking the stocks out, matching up. And I like how they take a minute just to show what's going on here. This kind of looks cool to me. This is, again, you don't normally get it. It's why it's like a big budget type movie.
Remember, you watched this movie in 1994.
I know.
This. So then when they're going to show like the date on there, like, they throw you more of a time, so you know what year it is.
'Cause
You know what year it is. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 1994. 19 how long it's been, since the explosion, because you don't know where this is at.
I always got these wireless headphones on, and it didn't really exist too much at the time, and you're like, okay, this is cool. It's definitely, anachronistic, out of place, and you're going, okay, something's going on. Oil. I wonder if I will find oil. Look at that delta there. I will make some money. But they don't do it in such a talking down to the audience way. They show you what's going on here.
Yeah.
So he went to 29, found the companies that were still surviving the crash.
Yep.
And he invests in them.
I love they have the ticker pile just in the garbage can right there in front of you. You get the authentic feeling. It actually is. This is a Wall Street. There you go. Terminator 2. That's what it reminded me of.
It's aged well, that effect.
Yeah. But how they pop through there, it reminds you of the Have You Seen This Boy? Waiting for the liquid.
So they were partners. I thought he was going to snuff and bringing out this bag. I was like, what the hell is he going to do?
I thought he was going to put his head over his head first.
Yeah.
When I saw this. Here comes the two goons.
These are different goons, yeah. The little extra there on the ceiling.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
The lamp.
Okay, so supposedly a mistake made in this one is if you splits.
Yep.
One of several.
Then he uses both sticks. Yep.
A screamer.
Sound effects are funny as heck with a quick. Yeah.
There you go. There's your shotgun.
Yeah, but it has that futuristic sound.
Yeah.
Rolling over the table. Yeah.
When they jump out the window, you could see reflections of modern day buildings in the in the windows as they go down.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't have guns, you have bullets, and when you're out of bullets,
And it has a flashlight on it too. Oh, I think that's at the laser sight actually.
what?
Pay attention to my black man purse.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's delivers pretty good, though.
I love that. My fucking cat. Each time.
Now, I have held that if you watch Van Damme's films, they don't really become like good movies. Like this is one of the best he's done. But Van Damme throws himself into everything, and you can tell he's getting better at acting as he goes. He never reaches any kind of level of normal actor until JCVD, though.
Yeah. At this point, he's not as popular as Stallone.
But not well at this
Willis.
point, at Timecop, he was huge, but he wasn't Stallone. Yeah.
He's
How's
more
it going,
popular than Cole, I would say. This is where he jumps out of the building. This is so unbelievable, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Very Sam Raimi-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's what I mean. This is Sam Raimi, yeah, right here. That's where you see like the jump scene. That's Spider-Man. I love the guy's accent.
So now they're up to 2004, walking through the headquarters.
Yeah, do you
Update.
remember all that time jumping we did in 2004?
I mean, I have my hoverboard outside.
Nah, no. I remember when people were telling me, "Oh, it's 2015. They're going to bring us the hoverboards and all that kind of stuff." And I had to point out that no, they were prominent and had different brands. You should have gotten your hoverboards and your flying cars in 2008, 2009.
And which is cool is they actually acknowledge that they have a female judge and it's not woke. Or you got 3 of them. Okay. He goes again. All right.
And now he's just one more guy who actually that's a myth about people throwing themselves out of buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Bastard. It's another peanut butter today.
that's the whole point about that is that he becomes one more suicide.
I love the futuristic technology they have.
Hey, at the time this was cutting edge, and to show it off, that was
Yeah.
huge. Seriously. We have to talk.
We have all these fancy computers, but we still only have the water bottles. Like they got the self-driving car, but they're still using the water jugs.
Yeah. No, but this is the boss guy I was telling you about. He's fantastic.
Yeah,
He's such a natural.
his let me see, I've got up the IMDb and such for these things. He is Bruce McGill. He played D-Day in Animal House, and basically he's been in everything else. He was really in everything during the 1990s, though.
It's great interplay here between JCVD and Ron Silver. 2 alphas knowing that they're the men in a room. This is good.
He's like awkward. He won't talk at all. He just keeps staring at Ron Silver.
Yeah, neither of them are blinking, literally. Love it.
To get that bromance going.
Nothing worse than a rogue cop, except for the guy who paid him. See, I gotta say, I've got to give props to JC in this one. He's talking to Ron Silver. Ron Silver is a really good actor, and I think he has elevated.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah, he's elevated his game. He's kind of. I think JCVD's really aware of where he has to take his acting level at this point. And this is going to sound bad, I guess, but this is a real movie for him at this point. It wasn't just, I mean, yeah, it's an action film, but it wasn't just a reason to get 2 people in front of each other to have a Mortal Kombat fight or Street Fighter, since it's JCVD.
So here they just say that the same matter can occupy the same space at the same time, which is just good writing. It's tight. Everything's flowing here. And this is where it feels like a detective kind of movie, almost adultish, where it seems like you were saying a high quality movie, not just a goofball movie where they're being silly or doing some dumb stuff. It's good. Yeah.
There's a quote in Boogie Nights where Burt Reynolds, watching his movie, leans in and goes, this is what they'll remember me for. And his editor turns and goes, "It's a real film, Jack." And that's what this is. This is, I think, is, in all honesty, Jean-Claude Van Damme's first real movie.
Yeah, but then they show this crappy self-driving car, which just looks horrible. And it kind of, I don't know if that was intentional or it just looks cheap.
Well, that's one of the problems with a low-budget sci-fi film. Sometimes special effects just aren't there. I mean, we love Escape from New York, but that wireframe at the beginning where he's looking at New York, that is, 1980s game room graphics. So, yeah, don't mouth off to Ron Silver. He will bitch slap you.
Yeah, don't tell me what I can't do. Hey, this guy looks like such a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, you broke my nose. He's kind of side glancing like a woman.
Yeah, exactly. He's looking beside himself, like he's a little
creepy guy right here.
His suit jacket doesn't fit. Yeah, everybody's suits except for Ron Silver's just don't fit.
You see him? Don't hit me.
Yeah, he flinched. Don't hit me again.
That's a great line. I always believe you, but you're not always right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something when we're doing this, you kind of have to avoid the trap of watching the movie. And I feel myself doing that because I got to admit, I haven't seen this in a long time. This is the first time I've seen it in a decade, maybe even two. They're doing a good job at world building. I've got to say, this might be a better film than what I gave it credit for when we were talking about it during the failed Kicking It. Let's see, Crononaut saying, Timecop, a man out of time in an anthology. Dark Horse can't seem to find the anthology. Found the movie comic. Yeah, I think it's kind of funny that there was a movie comic based on the movie that was based on the graphic novel.
There's also a TV show based off this first season, which I did not see any of. Now, we were talking earlier about Van Damme's ass, right? So we also are talking about how we see certain themes in some of our movies, and sexy sex is the name of one of them. But in a few moments, we're going to be queuing up the sad sex, which is a first here on the Xtreme Movie Show.
Got to call out those tropes.
I hate that word trope.
Okay, what do we want to call it?
Sad sex.
Sad sex. No, I mean for things that we notice in every film.
Yeah, I don't like the word trope either. People use it to criticize movies and TV shows.
Yeah. This is a nice shot. Driving home at night. Here's that sad music. And then to your point that you mentioned earlier, Doctor, on our invisible, inaudible stream where we were talking about how he's going to be watching videos of his
wife,
since dead wife, because this is now 2004?
2004.
It's like 10 years later, yeah. And I'm just thinking, like, is he going to put a gun in his mouth and cry like Riggs did?
I know, right? Well, this is actually pretty prescient at the time. This is what I call the Alexa scene, where you have the female voice, no unread electronic messages.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking to the TV, and
I
that's
mean,
This is not the first time we've seen this either, because in 1990 is Total Recall, and even before that was Running Man, where Maria Conchita Alonso walks in and TV on, TV this, and does that.
Also watching old movies was RoboCop. Remember?
Yeah.
Went to his house.
So
yeah, those Siri has been around since the 80s in concept.
So.
Well, he's really good here, though. Actually, I mean, like I say, I like watching this, even though there's not a lot of stuff going on. He's doing really well. He's very sincere.
He's responding to her and everything. He's responding to his dead wife and everything. Yeah, I said, I'm quite surprised, considering what we got from him in Double Impact, what we got from him in Death Wish, and all that kind of stuff. This movie, he brought it.
I'm so glad he doesn't have Aaron like George Michael, because he's got
that's true. I'm not saying he's Oscar quality or anything, but yeah.
No. Are you kidding me? Not even the Oscars they get are Oscar quality.
Sometimes they are.
Very few.
They just should listen to me more about who should win.
Exactly. Or listen to Seagal. Seagal knows what he's talking about.
Seagal sucks.
Above the Law? I think it was, was it Hard to Kill? One of the gas station.
Seagal sucks. Oh, and Mr. Bren. On an unrelated note, look at the glass.
I will check the glass here after I watch another Splits.
There we go. Yeah, we'll check the action.
Yeah,
Double knife guy. What a shit! This is the worst knife fight I've seen in a long time.
It's like a guy popped out of the Ninja Turtles 3 movie. And that's what it looks like. The long hair. He's got the daggers.
They use the knives as swords in a moment here. It's ridiculous.
That's a horrible knife fight.
I just move it back and forth. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, that's, oh my gosh, how bad can this be? And now he's just attacking the knife that he's holding up in front. Okay. I haven't been in a lot of them, but if you're in a knife fight, you try to attack the guy, not the thing he's holding. Just saying.
Right.
That's a good kick.
Yeah.
Man.
My mullet is bigger than your mullet. I will win this.
This is cool. He's wrapping a towel around him. See, but they show you what's going on. Okay, here's the water. Recoiling the taser.
Yeah.
This guy's got a great line, though, too. It's not just JC. It's the bad guys. Bad guys got great lines.
I almost wonder if they rewinded the tape, because you can't, once you fire those, you can't rewind them.
50,000 volts, motherfucker.
Yeah, but this is a taser from 2004. So
I know.
Futuristic. I'm
just ready. The special effects, how they did it. They must have rewinded the tape.
Damn, that's gotta hurt his nuts. You could see him holding himself up by his hand there,
and then he just throws him out.
That's when he did that table, that countertop split. God damn, that looks like it hurts. That just ripped my sack watching it. Damn, Ray John Chong.
And he lives in zones up. So as he gets in his door, he just swipes a card like the motels.
Well, it's kind of like now, like it's an electronic clock. That's all. That's just how they show it.
Radon Chong, beautiful woman, gets naked in the Tales of the Dark Side movie in 1990. And what was that? Quest for Fire. Actually spends most of that movie naked.
I just love the whole like underground basement scene they're in right now. Sub level.
Oh, and the missus walked in right after I gave that particular fact about Ray Don Chong, so I will be keeping those under my hat. Yeah.
Tell us more, sir.
Yes, I was playing
Why are you always talking about inappropriate?
I was. We're online. We're doing a little. We're talking about Timecop. Yeah.
And naked women.
And the fact that Ray Don Chong usually gets naked in movies that she's in. Yeah.
Pretty old.
Well, not in Timecop. Now she is, yes, but aren't we all?
You know, I've never really noticed, but since she was in Commando in this, I wonder, she'd probably have unique perspective having been in both huge blockbusters on Arnold versus JCVD.
You know, I almost forgot that.
Yeah, that's true.
Be right back.
All righty. Yeah, that's true. Jean-Claude Van Damme is never funny. He tries, but because of his accent, he always messes up every joke.
Movie, he always makes fun of himself. Now, see, here comes the porn scene.
And there's the full frontal nudity. Yeah.
Yep.
Not bad looking lady.
If VR goggles work that way, that great. I'd buy one.
Yeah, she's all right. She's okay. She looks like she's aging really quick. Like this is not a woman who's going to be young and beautiful for long.
No. Oh. But I love that he's got the VR goggles. I'm like, if VR goggles work that well, they'd be like $2,000.
Yeah,
there's no one's gonna buy that.
Yeah, I think so. But you would think that like future VR would let you plug in somebody famous,
right?
So like you'd be like, hey, okay, I want to put on my VR and go to town on whatever, insert famous woman that you would always do that, or famous guy.
Halle Berry.
If that's your cup of tea.
I mean.
Yeah. And right now we are at the 40-minute, 5-second mark, and they are teaming it up, grabbing their guns. And
can you imagine getting VR like that with Margaret Thatcher?
Wait, say again?
For your VR choice, Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher. Yikes! Why would you even put that image?
Someone's gonna have that.
That okay? I guess so. I mean, if you wanted to bang your way around the political realm, sure, why not?
Hillary Clinton. It's the most downloaded. Oh man, I still say for any technology with celebrities, you got to do the GPS where you have Snoop Dogg like telling you where to turn.
Wow.
You went too far, bitch. Turn around. But yeah, now they're into actually seeing the actual. She's getting the tour. She's seeing where they go. The chairs to sit in. It's kind of doesn't it remind me of Voltron.
I don't. I've never watched Voltron.
You ever watch Voltron? It's where they jump and they look. When they go to their lions, they go through this. Each go through these little doors, and then they ride a hang glider like a zip line down. Then they get into one of these things, and then that takes them to the lion. Which I love. Yeah, so this guy is crazy. This guy reminds me he'd be like in the X-Files.
The
long hair.
Oh, what were they called? The Lone Gunman or something like that?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I remember those guys. And okay, the scene right here, they're about to go into the future. You got Ray Don Chong and you've got Jean-Claude Van Damme in their little time ship. It's 42 minutes. This is pure Battlestar Galactica. Everything.
Right.
The ship looks like one of their, I forget what they were called, Vipers.
Yeah,
The runway is the Battlestar Galactica runway. Everything is Battlestar Galactica right here. And something is this is a Universal film. And so is Battlestar Galactica. So I think what we're looking at here is a set, some props they had that just got repainted, retooled. Congratulations, Timecop. You are doing Battlestar Galactica right now.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You know what it reminds me of? when you go to like those rides, the mission the moon, and the seats go up and down.
Yeah, a little motion simulator.
Yeah, it's a Renzo.
I don't usually like to go to theme parks, but
Six Flags had one of those.
Yeah, why aren't we watching Tales from the Dark Side or any other movie instead of Timecop? Timecop, this is actually surprisingly good.
Right? I love his face.
Yeah, they get all warped out. So where does the ship go? Is the big question. Are they going to 1994?
They never show the ship. Isn't that hilarious? I always wondered it too.
Yeah, they fall right into the water here. It just doesn't make sense.
Maybe the ship disintegrates.
I don't know. That just seems weird. Why? Where's the ship go during it?
Well, and they had a show like this. It's called 7 Days, and he was in a sphere. The sphere would always land somewhere, and then the government would go recover it.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's something also. They didn't know they were going to land in the water. So that means when they go back, they risk being inside of a wall or something. Ooh, she's got perkies.
Right in front of Gail. Ooh, she's got perkies.
No. Gail is not in the room right now.
I'm free to talk.
Yeah, I'm free. I can be as crude as I want.
She heard you.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say? Nothing, ma'am.
Yeah, she did ask me, why are you always talking about something inappropriate?
Because Vanco's asking all these dirty questions.
Yeah, that's it.
Right?
Because it's entertaining.
Did you see the duck when they're getting out of the water?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw the
it
duck.
Didn't move at all. It just stood there.
It's cute. They're ducks.
It's just a random duck. It was a fake duck. Stand up.
Because Timecop is cool.
This movie has a thing about steam.
Say again?
This movie has a thing about steam.
Yeah, you're right. There's been a lot of it coming right off of JC's head. So yeah, a lot of steam everywhere.
What is burning underground? That's what I want to know. Are they at a rooftop or where?
I'm assuming it's hot water pipes, and it just rained. It looks like it just rained because there's water on the ground. If you look at the ground that they're walking around on,
it's just weird. I've never seen like hot steam just growing out of the ground. Be like they near a volcano, something on fire.
But here is something, by the way. Wet cement is obviously more cinematic than dry cement. So sometimes a film crew will water down the cement just to get the reflections, to get it looks better on screen.
Yeah.
But it does give this, it's been raining every day. However, they moved back to 1994, and we know that there's going to be a huge storm later tonight.
Yeah.
So it actually fits this particular scene to have water on the ground to make it look like it rained, because it could be like, okay, it's going to rain tonight. We know that when they attack the house, but it could have rained the night before as well. So
here you get the science. It's danger, extreme cold, but they don't say what.
Danger, extreme cold. So something inside is frozen.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what it's making though. That machine. They never really said.
Okay.
I remember making microchips. That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, microchips are like the mysterious thing that everybody needs.
Well, if you're gonna be rich, Silicon Valley is all about the microchip. The better. Who has the most? Remember Christopher Walken in
after this?
In was it View to a Kill?
Yeah.
I think that was the one with him.
No.
Here they come.
The hell are those people wearing?
I told you that one.
Okay, so now we got two Ron Silvers.
No, look at the guy in the back. They stereotyped him, the black guy. He's got the gold hook on in his earring, and then he's got the black beret.
Well, he's supposedly coming from 2004, but that is exactly how black guys looked in 1994. So they might have said, okay, we're going to 1994. I want everybody to look the part. And the only person who listened was the black guy because the other guys look stupid.
It's just funny because it reminds me of like what you see like Wesley Snipes swearing, or you'd see like in the 80s the black guy who's in RoboCop. So.
Actually, okay, their movements, everything is done fine. The separation you can see is between the black guy and the white guy in the background. You can actually see where they separate the two pieces because of the distortion. But look at the Ron Silver on the left. He is not looking at the Ron Silver on the right. Their eyes are going past each other.
Yeah.
So that's where it really doesn't work when two people are on screen. They have to be looking at something and not just staring off. Oh, he's going to be somewhere over here. They're looking because then their eyes are focusing on the wall in the far distance rather than somebody that's right in front of them.
Did you see the pistol? Look at that.
Yeah.
It's the same one that the other guy had. You can tell because they tried to make it look designer with the front with the looks like you put a quarter in it.
Yeah.
Or that gun you'd have as a kid that would shoot the plastic darts, the discs.
Yep.
And notice earlier they already said have a nice day, and here he says freeze.
Yep.
Timecop is the greatest movie of all time. Sincerely, J.C. Van Johnson. All righty, Rob.
From the Amazon show.
And Eric Breen is saying, Perkies, I guess Timecop has its good points after all. Da-dum-ba-dum. They're making crude.
Hey, does this pole still work? I think of Ghostbuster times when it slides like that.
That was kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
So holy Toledo, wait a second, are you kidding me? Did he just say that?
Yep. Need someone so rich.
We need somebody used that same line in the 2016 election.
Yep.
I am so rich I will not be beholden to anyone.
Hey, a woman turned on him. I'm shocked.
Oh my gosh, yes. Whenever has a woman turned on a man?
Color me bad, color me beautiful. And these guys, all these goons are just horrible. They're all smaller than Van Damme. They're all just goofs.
And the black guy is from New Jack City.
Look, there's some blood.
Money, 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 money.
New Jack was Snipes.
Yeah.
That's not Snipes.
I'm talking about the hat, the suit.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
No.
I got to agree with something you said during Kicking It, is the fact that it just doesn't seem like there's a lot of stunts, amazing stunts as far as the martial arts considered.
No, watered down.
Yeah.
Which is okay, but they build up to each scene with a unique killer phrase, and that's what you're going to get in a blockbuster.
It's a different style of action this time around than just a straight up martial art, so I can understand it, but you would want each fight to outdo the last fight in a movie.
Right.
All right, now let's get Eric Breen's favorite weapon, the wrench. This is kind of cool here where he rotates the dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's G-rated violence, really.
Yeah. This can be shown on an airplane or in TV. There's nothing that's happened really except for the nude scenes that can't be shown.
If you want to see top-notch Van Damme do martial arts, watch Street Fighter.
You do know there's a time travel conspiracy theory around Trump says Chrononaut. I do know that there's a comic book about time traveling Trump. Good to see you too, Tillium. How you doing? We're talking about Timecop. If you want to set up the show right now we're at the 53:15 point. 53 minutes, 18 seconds.
I will say this was kind of corny when he kicked himself in the face and then the scar appeared. It looked like somebody just took Photoshop and just like used their finger to smudge it.
Danger, extremely flammable.
I know.
Yeah.
Cherry red ones everywhere on pallets that are wood. I mean, it's just so ridiculous.
Boy, those stacked explosive barrels seemed superfluous earlier.
So,
I wonder if they're going to come into play sometime later.
I would love how he sees the hose on fire. I shouldn't hide behind these. So what's the next scene going to be?
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, we did that same special effect. He dropped the letter into his hand. We did that same special effect every day at Disaster Studios, where it looks like he's handing, but there's but they're behind something and it just drops in. Yeah.
See, I'm going to hide behind more barrels.
Hide behind explosive barrels.
I just saw these other ones go up in flames, explode.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh, he's using them as cover.
Right.
Just shoot the barrels, dumbass.
Yep, that's what I would have done right away.
He gave you a bigger target. Okay, these are the only two barrels that don't explode immediately upon bullet shot. It's like those dumbass movies where they never come close to the hero unless he's standing near a wall.
All right, let's just watch the next minute of gloriousness here. This is perhaps the best one-liner in death in this film. Lots of steam, too.
Yep. There's a whole steam thing going on.
It burns him. There it is.
Yes.
Have a nice day. Now watch the guy. He's like, damn, you watch him shake his good hand as he's falling.
Okay, so the guy, for those who are only listening, the guy puts his hands into nitrous oxide, right? And it freezes his entire arm. And then JCVD goes, have a nice day, kicks the arm off. The guy's shaking his arm as he's falling.
Should have said freeze.
Is Ray Don Chon like a mother?
No. Yeah, that's all it takes. Then he shoots Ray down. That's phenomenal. I think he might have the highest body count in this film, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once over. So you have to have this device, this tracker that allows you to jump back to, I guess, where you originally came from, even though they say you can't go into the future, which is confusing. But if you just think of every line you go to as being unique, it makes more sense, which is really what happens.
He's going back to the point the time he left. That's all it allows you to do.
Yeah, I think that's what they mean. You can't go into the future from the point they left because you can only travel within your lifetime.
Right.
Yeah. Von Damme's martial arts was awesome, says Tillium. I did the unexpected villain in Timecop.
I hope these guys didn't have any criminal records in the past. They're like, oh, we found your future's dead body.
That's true. If any of them, because this is only 10 years, if they're like 30 or 40 years old,
Yeah.
they may have a criminal record, and they'll be like, I wonder if they would literally be declared dead. So their 30-year-old self.
It's a different timeline. That's why this guy doesn't know everything that's going on. That's why it's confusing when you try to put a brain to it.
Oh my gosh, I've gone cross-eyed. Don't worry about it, Austin. And we recommend you don't worry about it either. Best line in any time travel movie ever.
And the boss being really good here too believes him, even though he doesn't understand what the hell he's saying. But I got to talk about this jerk right here on screen with the glasses, because I don't know which movie it was, and it might have probably started with Die Hard, but they have one computer geek guy with glasses that dorks out and everything. It was on the X-Files, it was on Millennium, it's on here, it was I think at Jurassic Park.
It started with Die Hard.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I just hated those characters. This dude. We're right now exactly at the 59-minute mark.
And then it
went the butterfly effect movies telling.
Also wanted to pull night. I'm invincible.
Yeah, me and Rob have differing opinions about this. I like what's his name from the GoldenEye, and he is wrong.
What are you talking about, GoldenEye?
I am invincible.
That's right, him. Alan Cumming.
Yep.
He's so horrible in that movie.
Look, he's using a Dell or Windows. No, Dell wasn't around back then, 94. I wonder what they're using.
They were. Dell was around. Absolutely.
I thought IBM was a big thing.
IBM was going out of favor by the 90s.
When did Gateway?
Gateway, who was around at this time too.
Yeah.
They would have these catalogs that you would order once a month to order all the parts to build your own.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this I looked at the IMDb. They're saying that's not Ray Dong. It looks like just like Ray Don Chong.
Doesn't it though?
Yeah. They're saying it's somebody named, what's her name? Gloria Rubin.
Yeah, Gloria Rubin. That's what I was wondering. Ray Don Chong.
She's in Mr. Robot, Lincoln, Falling Sky. She's been in a few things. Yeah.
I know you have a tendency to see things with an Asian filter, but the
girl looks like Ray Don.
She does. I admit.
He does with the hair pulled back.
Yeah, here's this clown again that acting like a little bitch. He's like, And Ron just rides his ass. It's great.
See, now you see what he says? Have him join before. He just said right there, I want this clown to be killed before he even joins the Timecop thing or program. So that explains the explosion in the house because when they went to try to kill him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
That's a good point.
Time travel, you got to do this. You're gonna do it. You're gonna have to the way they're handling this. It's pretty cool how they tell the story. And it's not.
That's what they use it for. So that's why I don't consider it hardcore sci-fi, even though it's attractive and seductive. Because TV shows in the 90s like Sliders and MacGyver really didn't deal with it, but he did another show that was really popular that dealt with time travel a lot, and it was definitely a thing in the 90s. Time travel became common talk.
This movie here, though, that they inspired the show on UPN during the 90s, was called 7 Days, where they could only go 7 days back in the past to stop major events. Jonathan Puger, or I can't understand what his last name is, but it was on for a couple seasons.
Goulash is a fantastic dish. It really is tremendous.
It's all right. It's good.
All right. Now he's going into the X-Wing.
Yeah, no, not the X-Wing. It's the Viper from Battlestar Galactica.
I know. This looks like a crappy knockoff of the Stealth Fighter.
And something I remembered, I pointed out when they first got in this earlier, Rob, is that Battlestar Galactica and this movie was Universal. So it could very well be props from Battlestar Galactica.
That's a good point.
He's gonna get shot.
If you
See,
only got
honestly,
that a second
This is
before.
kind of graphic
Yeah.
But why would they stand there though?
because they're stupid. They're dumb grunts. No, seriously. And this is cool right here. The semi.
Oh
And he
yes.
appears.
Great shot. Great shot.
Oh crap.
It's all green screen right there, but that was really done
I
well.
wish they would do that with the Terminator movies when they appear,
Yeah.
like almost getting hit.
But that was a trailer shot as well. That was one of the ones that sold the movie.
Yeah.
Where he's standing in front of the truck and it just goes over him. Do you remember Timecop?
I love how he hotwired the receiver with his little data pad.
That's called a telephone booth. For those that don't know, they actually existed. You would put money in them and you could make a phone call and you would frack them. That's where the term comes from in social engineering, where you would actually be able to dial in some numbers and do free long distance and stuff.
Yeah.
And all it was touching the receiver because that was hot at the time.
No, what is that? Another Ford? Yeah. Looks like it.
Buick, maybe? There's like a town car in here, I think, somewhere.
Yeah.
And she's wearing the same outfit, I think, as what she had in the mall.
During mall time, yeah.
So right now we're at the 1:04:15 second mark. Van Damme's walking in. He's trying to find the partner of his that turned on him.
First of all, I would have ditched the suit because it makes you look like you're from what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fine. 2 belt buckles doesn't help.
Yeah, I got you this bullet in your head.
Chrononaut managed to find the comic book. Where did you find the comic for Timecop? Because obviously you're not going to a comic shop, so it's
This is the best scenes where he's whispering.
Yeah, he's not rushing his lines or anything like that. I mean, actually, like I said, when I think of it, like obviously this isn't a romantic angle, but when he's being earnest and sincere, it's almost like could be like an adult movie that's dressed up as a kid's movie.
See, I always thought back in the day, if they made a Gambit movie or an X-Men movie, I would have had him as Gambit. Because he's able to do the moves. He's got that charming, that Belgium accent, though. It can be mistaken almost close to like a Cajun.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I forget the name of the actor, but there's a Japanese actor, or maybe Chinese, anyway, Asian actor, who once said that if you're not using your original language when you act, you're far too worried about the accent and being understood to give a great performance.
Right.
I can see that because you do hear a line reading that just sounds off with JCVD or anybody with a deep accent. Because they don't have the same inflection or tones when they use their words. I'm
surprised he's able to find the lab and where everything is right away.
Well, here he's happening to looking at a specimen that has his wife's name on it. So it's like, what the hell's going on? They realize it's like the dope that he is. Oh, my wife pregnant, positive.
So now he has to save her.
Yeah, because he couldn't do it before it had been too major of a thing. Something like that they alluded to.
Yeah, and this is where he drinks the blood just to get a little closer to her.
Yep.
That's disgusting.
Nope. He's dead.
And thankfully, he didn't do the eye thing where he like takes she's dead and someone injected air in her tube. He doesn't do I'm going to take my hands and put them over your eyelids and close your eyes. I always friggin' hate that.
Oh God! This guy,
I told you he's got the iron shin guards
like
outside
Naruto
his
shin guards here.
Like security would have if I was security, I saw a guy dressed like that walk in the hospital. I'd be like, call police.
Anybody could walk in the hospital at any time back in the day.
The costuming on this is horrible. It really is.
But he's got a ponytail too. Almost looks like he does in the back.
Yeah.
He's got a mullet and a ponytail.
He's got a mullet tail.
A mullet tail. God, it's horrible.
Or a pullet.
I need to make better life choices.
Oh crap!
Completely unnecessary stunt in lieu of martial arts, and we find that totally acceptable.
The way he landed on his thigh, his hip would have broken.
And now they show us back at the mall with the parrot on the guy's show, and you're like, oh, now this all starts to make sense.
Yeah.
Because now he sees his wife at the mall. His 2004 self sees him.
And his hair's still perfect.
You know, I loved malls, but I never really bought anything from them.
I thought it said trash trading.
Dude,
right in the ruffles.
all that busted merchandise. You know what? For a purse, he just ruined somebody's chip display. That's like
for the emotional assault the guy was going to cause on the old lady.
That's $2 a bag at that point in time. Okay, so that's far more the money than she had. I'm sorry, no. Hashtag save the potato chips. Trust me, but you look 10 years older.
Now he's truly her sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, I don't know if you just popped in. Right now, we're exactly at the 109.55 mark. They're running through the back of the mall.
Yep.
I loved hanging out at the malls in the 80s and 90s, but yeah, I never really bought anything. Maybe the food court.
This back mall, the back way thing, they did this on Fear the Walking Dead, because they did a tribute to the Dawn of the Dead.
Oh yeah, yeah. I want to check that out. I've never seen the show. I saw the first episode, but it didn't really.
They had a fight scene between the zombies and what's it called? Morgan. There was no power, so like he had that fight. But in that little narrow hallway like that, I love that. Like, because you don't. How often do you get to see the back of a mall or back of any places? Unless you really work there, you don't ever get to see it.
Now you can sneak into dead malls and
right.
That's where Denzel ripped them off from Deja Vu. Try.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to die tonight. To prevent this, I'm going to put you in this storage closet right here that nobody's going to be able to find you.
You're going to take me home and go have wild sex, and you're going to do this specifically.
Yeah, why would you put her in exactly the same position?
He doesn't want to screw up time. Because that way he can wait outside if he has to.
It's kind of cool that he's pointing out himself to her, the 10-year younger version.
I'm from the future, baby.
Yeah,
and then younger guy
kissing my wife,
baby. Yeah.
Can you imagine if he's crap, I screwed up. No, it's me. It's you. It's I.
Is it cheating if it's with yourself, with an older version of the spouse? How would that work?
This is cool here. The younger one's passing by the newer one. He's just standing here. That's cool. Like I say, if they made this more of like kind of almost like a romance. It might have been a bit better film.
I love how he's oblivious to that, but he can spot the guy on the rollerblades getting.
Well, you're not exactly looking for yourself.
No.
While you're walking down the hall, you know. If he's a cop, he's looking for crime, but he's not looking for an older version of himself.
Seems so forced this time.
Now, what I would have done is I would have, if I were the director, the earlier scene, I would have shown him walking by
Someone,
version of him. It would be with his back turned, so you wouldn't know exactly who he was.
This
But I
would
would
be a dick right here. No, right here. Ass clown.
Have you ever been in the president's limo?
got the parrot.
Face is all like tying all the loose ends.
I love the little Polaroid. It looks like the ones you get now at Walmart. The mini.
See, yeah, I would have filmed a lot of this. That way you kind of have a knowledge like of when you come back to it, you film it in a different way, but you have more of an understanding of what had happened before.
Now, did they reshoot that scene where you're in the bedroom with her? Or did they just loop it over to the first one?
I'm sure they storyboarded it all out and shot plenty of extras so they could splice in what would be seamless.
Yeah.
No, you're not dead. I mean,
No. You're just a vegetable if you're alive.
more rain. Lots of rain.
Oh, yeah, Chrononaut. I'm pretty familiar with my comic shop. They actually have a lot. Not surprised you found it there.
Great. Let me hug you and I'm going to go to work.
Yeah, right.
So now I'm just so sick and tired of these stupid looking goons, you know, and of course we're here at the final battle, basically.
Yeah, we're at 115 on a 137. We're going to see them dispatched here.
This is where Rob beats up the goons he hates. There's a flashlight one.
What a dumbass gun.
It's a cheap little Glock and it has a flashlight on it.
So 3 goons are in the house going after the present day one as opposed to the future one who ran off into the woods with somebody chasing him. Yeah, these guys are so stupid looking. That's what makes it so unbelievable. My God.
There you go. Here's what's to tell about the flashlight, the mega light on it. Walking through.
At 1:28:54, a crewman is visible walking into the burning building after the C4 goes off.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, we got to look out for that 10 minutes from now.
Where is he? I don't know where he is. Where could he be?
Because they turn off the power to give themselves an advantage, and the guy's got a flashlight on his gun, and he's not holding it down like somebody would.
Slower. It adds to
Here you go, Rob.
effect. Let it go.
Rob, here's that scene I told you about. That
Yeah.
window.
He gets ninja'd here.
3, 2. Almost. Right here.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Because this guy deserves to die just for the flashlight gun.
Right?
But he deserves to have it be done at a distance just to prove how stupid that gun is. Oh yeah, they did not have issue 1 of the Timecop movie adaptation. They had issue 2 and 3 with the original story. Well, now they don't have issue 3 either, Cronin. Ron is saying, is that what Eric is calling Naughty Corner these days? What are we talking about?
My comic shop is Naughty Corner.
Witness protection.
Oh, witness protection.
Yep.
That's what I'm in right now. That's why you can't see me.
Yeah, there is nothing smart about this move. She's climbing to the roof. She's holding on to the little bowl.
What can she do? She can't jump to the ground. So she's just buying time. That's a good shot, though, right there. I like that. I mean, that gives you a good sense of depth.
Like, I think right here, it's got to be a set when it shows the top of the house.
Yes, definitely. He's probably only about 5 feet above the ground, which makes this a pretty good stunt.
Right. You know, so it's raining right there. Now it's raining. I love that.
No, it went from not raining.
Yeah, when it showed on the roof, top of the roof, and there's no rain whatsoever. And then go back here, and it's like storming.
A little gaff. But hey, that's the fun thing about pointing out this kind of stuff. Well, I got her. I could land on her. She's soft.
You should throw her.
Grinding his shoe on the guy's knuckles.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
now that gutter
now
right
she does the killing here.
He needs to throw her through the window.
That gutter's falling right there.
Grab that gun, honey.
She shoots him in the nuts.
Yipes.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my house.
Yeah. Okay, now there's no way this... Okay, yeah, all right. I was about to say he's not picking her up because that gutter's falling. Imagine a woke reboot of Timecop. They would gender swap it.
Right? Yeah. That girl in the hospital, the one who betrayed him, would be that guy.
Well, it couldn't be a woke one because the reason why this whole thing happens is because not with the technology. It's the fact that the guy wants to be the president. So he's got this urge to have a lot of power. And frankly, somebody would do that, but they would dial that down and chop off the man's.
They made it all about Trump.
You know?
How Trump, then about him, he would be a senator. He would be game show host. Yeah. There you go again. So you can see somewhat rain, but now you see a lot of rain.
Oh.
Remember the vest.
Good stunt. Good stunt right there. Yeah, because usually there's a pad that they fall on that's made up to look like the ground and everything.
So how hard did he fall? Because
well, that's the thing. You couldn't see like a lot of times it'll be like you'll see the earth will kind of raise.
I love it. Oh shit.
All shots him. That's gonna hurt. Maybe the Ron scene coming up. Okay, what we got? 122. So we missed the explosion, I guess.
No, it's coming up.
It is.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's 128, not 118. That's right. 128. Yeah. But yeah, we are falling
Kip
into
up.
the trap of
There you go.
watching a movie here.
You see that?
Yeah.
Nice.
What's funny is that the Rock would do that too in wrestling, and then Rob Van Dam also did it too.
Yep.
So
This is a dark movie for a fight movie.
yeah,
You're not getting a lot of
you forget. I just love this. Like
the only way to make a living with that fancy kicking is on Broadway.
like
It's also a different time, by the way.
hey, he's explaining this. It's just C4, dude. I'm from like 2004. I know it's
Yeah.
years. Hey, bitch, what's going on?
I kind of like that. I know it's dopey, but I like the guy's enthusiasm.
Yep. Eric's wondering about your lighting tonight. Eric, you've turned off your light.
Oh, that's because I'm watching the movie. I always had the lights
Yeah,
off.
your light out. Okay. Okay.
If I do this normal, then you can see me.
Oh, okay.
It's just I have the screen open.
Right. And of course, we can't show any of the movie because of the copyright claims that would happen.
You can see me when the lightning flashes. That kind of scares you, though.
Yeah. So, yeah, just walk up behind him and pop him.
Yep, this actually is pretty dark right here. He breaks the dude's neck.
Yeah.
Well, the guy already. Well, remember he's got a personal thing too because these are the guys that killed his wife in meeting.
Yeah. Von Damme doesn't cry like Superman when he breaks his neck. Okay, so we got 2 minutes, 18 seconds until this bomb blows up. Is it real time? Because we know it's going to do. Yes. Hey, holy crap. It's 1:26:16.
The same problem, though. He puts the bomb on there, but he stays in there with the wife.
Yeah, that is kind of silly. But we know it's real time because we know this explosion happens at 1:28. So it's real time. I'm very impressed with that.
So what was his plan? The waiting there till the bomb goes up and then quick goes?
I guess. I don't know.
He's got... And you're not president anymore. No, he won't.
Oh, okay. So the gambit is that he keeps he keeps everybody in the room. He blows up, but his young self grows up to be president.
How does that work, though? Because then it goes back. It's a time paradox. He goes right back to this part then.
Yeah,
No,
that's what you would think.
But his younger version would become the president, which now he's going, oh shit, he won't be, because now he's here on the side of future Van Damme. So he outsmarted him. See, this is what I get. See, him and his wife were checking each other out, and he's looking at his dick.
Yeah.
And he does the 3, 2, 1. I'm like, I don't get it.
Move.
That must be on Broadway. Okay, see right there, he had time to dodge. That was kind of
This looks kind of cool, even though it looks a little dated.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
I wasn't
yeah.
expecting this.
yeah, but this is computer graphics in its infancy. I mean, 1994. We
Yeah.
are just now getting Jurassic Park.
This
So-
is played.
Oh, that was just 93, and that was the pinnacle of computer effects.
Remember, the
For the-
guy who worked on the costume also worked on Spawn. So I wonder, when was Spawn? A couple years after this?
Spawn was what, 97? And God, it was awful. This is better. What we saw right there, that was better than Spawn. Spawn's some of the worst CG I've ever seen in any film ever. And considering what we had gotten, it should have been better.
What if his younger self would have went back inside there? At least this way, when usually they walk away from explosions, nothing happens. This is more realistic.
Okay, I'm not seeing any crew member going into the fire in the house like they say. So,
Neither did I.
yeah.
You gotta put her over next to him.
Eric says he prefers your lights out.
No. No, Marania said that. Or no, she said, like, yeah.
So now you got the different name company there on the side that they kept showing you.
Yep.
This is the Back to the Future scene.
It's because the guy had never existed.
Got to get back in time.
It would be awesome if the guy's looking at porn again. Just throw that reference in there.
See, he should have some idea of what happened just because of where they work. Okay. You came back from a mission. What happened? What changed?
Well, Van Damme should also, because he's back now, the memories should start flooding in.
Yeah. If he grabs, yep. I was about to say, if he grabs his boobs, this gets a plus, no matter what grade we give. Maranya saying they had the wife check out Dave in the shower when he was impersonating the president, so dick checks aren't new and checking for identity scenes. That's true.
And she's not corrupt this time. This time? What? What a creeper.
You would think there would be a debriefing scene. Or not a scene, but a debriefing. Like if you came back from a mission.
Did he come back inside the pod? Or did he come back? Okay.
So it's not like he just arrived without people knowing.
Yeah.
But there should be a debriefing bit where you say, this is what happened. This is where, you know, this may have been the nexus of a time change, that kind of stuff.
So that just throws me off now because you pointed out where does the ship go? And then when he comes back, he's in the ship.
Yeah, the return trip has the ship, but when they appear in the past, the ship disappears.
Not relevant to the movie at all.
Now,
I love this.
Now, what's
just
not
a
really
net-
is how horrible this kid is dressed. I want you ladies
I
to
know,
tell me,
right?
you guys would be ashamed to have a child dressed like this.
Oh, absolutely.
Three,
Like
four
I, like I said before, he's wearing a vest made out of somebody's kilt.
denim.
And as a father, he missed the birth of his child.
Yep, and
Undershirt.
he's wearing his grandfather's work shirt. She's definitely in mom jeans at this point.
Buckle.
Mm-hmm. Basically, the son and the mom are wearing different halves of a Canadian tuxedo.
Yep.
True.
She's got the turtleneck on too.
Yeah. Now he's aged 10 years. She doesn't look. Oh, they darkened the under her eyes. That's how they aged her up. But there's no crow's feet or anything like that.
Pregnant again.
Yep. So the movie was the house was completely destroyed and it was rebuilt using the same paint, the same materials.
You're taking the blood again, so because of fact the guy never existed.
Yeah, there you go, gang, and that is Time Cop.
I love the ending music. Sounds like Friends.
I'll be there for you.
I think for me, one of the things I had mentioned before about Time Cop in general is that all in all, when you step back and look at it, it's an enjoyable film. It's very sanitized, which can be offensive, I think, somehow. Although compared to today's movies, it would probably still stand out. Actually, it's better than a lot of the stuff that's been out here.
Here you go, the knife guys.
Well,
Yeah, it actually. I mean, there's characters in it. There's scenes. There's nice one-liners. It's well acted and with some spots. It definitely was a blockbuster film, and it really captured the '90s. I mean, that's the strength to it.
You hear the song they're playing?
Okay.
Time won't let me.
That was 1994, right? So I'm going to look up 1994 box office mojo. Let's see where
it would be up there, and a couple others.
Oh, yeah, Speed was huge. This would, but I'm wondering where exactly this would be. Forrest Gump was the #1 film, but I'm looking for Time Cop was number 31. It made $44 million.
Is that what you want to watch next? Speed 2, Cruise Control?
No. We'll definitely talk about that because this is fun to do. It really is.
There you go, Dan Lester.
But here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys in the comment section, by all means, tell us what do you think about the movie Time Cop. But Rob, why don't you give us like your thoughts overall after watching it? Because you watched it twice today, right?
I did.
So yeah, give us a quick review, a little.
If you had to pick a film to sit there and say, well, what did the '80s or the '90s look like? I should say. This looked like a '90s film. The way people dressed, the people looked around there. I thought it was shot well. It's a good-looking film. I certainly don't have a problem with it. After seeing the other films, though, part of me doesn't necessarily like the sanitized version of it. However, again, thinking back at the time, we thought action movies would kind of go on forever, but Seagal was really starting to bomb at this point, big time. Chuck Norris was not what he was. He was gone by this point, technically. He was
He was Texas Walker Ranger at this point.
Yeah. So while that was popular, it's like, okay, where's all the action movies going to go to? And so all the hopes were pinned on Van Damme. And I think it was successful in that regard. But, personally, he chose to, I guess, he kind of had some personal demons that got in the way of him becoming bigger.
Was still doing right to DVD movies.
Well, to your point, Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, who made some great movies in the 90s, but they made more high concept action films rather than straight up action movies. So I see where you're going with that because, they had like True Lies and Judge Dredd and
DTS and selected theaters.
Yeah. So I
just thought they made it like a little bit of a romantic type adventure as opposed to quote unquote sci-fi, because this is not sci-fi to me. But if they did that, it's not really an action movie to me, and it just isn't. It's not a Van Damme action film like that. It's a decent film, and he does well in it. So it's definitely worth a watch. It's one of the better films of '94 to me, as far as it just being enjoyable, and you don't come away feeling pissed off when you watch him. And there's few actors that you can watch and just go, I like watching him act or do his thing and everything. So he was definitely one of those guys at the time. It's very likable to watch, and the way the 90s were going, everyone was starting to hate rap music. Everyone was starting to hate the fact that rock and roll was dying, and action movies. So everything that we had enjoyed for a good 15, 25 years, old, young, whatever, was disappearing, and everything was turning into rainy, mopey, dopey looking guys that look like 12-year-old kids.
Speaking of Rainy Opie, the closest thing to an actual action movie, what you would consider action and not high concept anything, would be The Crow, which was number 24 that year. So, yeah, there you go, because that was more of a straight-up martial art film than even Timecop.
Yeah, Timecop is not a martial arts film. Don't go near it. If you haven't seen it, like Mariah says she hasn't, it's definitely worth it. I actually think the romantic part to it, the beginning and end of the movie, is done well enough. Actually, that you don't see it. It's cheesy, but it's not bad cheesy. It's legitimate. It's done well. It's a good film.
Timecop, as far as martial arts, is no different than watching Hard Target with him. You get the same amount of martial arts and a lot of gunfire and explosions.
Or Sudden Death, which I think came out a year or two after this, is a decent film from what I remember. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, I like that one.
But him being cast as an almost every man would have been a very successful formula, but he could have still done martial arts. So that's why I think with Van Damme really, really trying to act, I think in a way, like with Seagal, love what Seagal did in those films that we covered of him. Great. Don't need to cover any more of them, to be honest. I mean, we could potentially, but what he did was great, but went up there really quick and went down. I think Van Damme really could have done a lot of them in this kind of frame. It would have been very successful. He's a very watchable guy.
Yeah.
Chris,
So,
you ever seen this? You don't watch it.
Give us your 2-minute review there, Venkman.
2-minute review?
Yeah, like
it's an incredible movie. I mean, it has the one-liners in it. You know, it has the cool deaths. Yeah, we're the goons. You know, yeah, but that's where it was typical movies you watch in the early 90s. It had an enjoyable pace. It wasn't dragged out. It wasn't like Above the Law. Sorry. No, but I mean, it had a happy ending. You know, it had Sara. If you're a guy and you're not attracted to her, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, she was a pretty lady. Yeah,
I mean,
I thought so when she played Simone and Ferris Bueller. And
I mean, it's just fan service for guys and girls. I mean, you get to see what's his name's butt. You know, I don't care to see that, but I mean, the girls might.
Especially not that close. It really did seem like they put the tripod in his tail end.
And it was tasteful. It wasn't like a full frontal or what's that for full rear shot.
But
no.
I was surprised. My little review is, I was surprised. I haven't seen it in 2 decades, and
also the fact I just want to say also the fact it's time travel.
Yeah.
If you don't like time travel, you're gonna hate this movie.
I thought this actually was a good-looking film. I really did. I think they did their best with what they had as far as budget for the special effects, and it looked good. A lot of it, you could see the strings too. You could tell, okay, that's green screen, that's blue screen. This is obviously a prop from another movie, as I called out, you know. But I really do think they did the best with what they did, and they actually created a decent-looking film that just seemed to go by quick. I mean, it was an hour and 37 minutes.
I would rate this being as good as Back to the Future. Like, I'm not a fan of the I'm going to the third one.
Oh my God! Oh, that's sacrilege. But okay.
No, but everybody, it's like so many people love Star Wars. And then there's the people who love their own franchise. There's the Lord of the Rings people. I mean, I not really a big Star Wars fan. I mean, except for the first two.
Okay.
But
it's a likable film. There's nothing really a lot in here to offend you. You get what you're going to get, and everybody enjoys it. And that's the whole point to it.
It's family friendly. You can do what my parents would do when they had the sex scenes with Christopher Lambert, Highlander. They'd always edit it out in the VHS. My dad always did that.
Yep.
But I mean, other than that, though, it's great.
Yeah. All righty. So we don't scare too many people on secondary watching by having this be a 2-hour live stream. I'm going to say, if you guys have anything to add to this so far.
I don't know. I just say it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I mean, if you don't enjoy it, oh well. There are other movies out there for you.
Anything to shill? Anything you want to announce coming up there, Robzilla?
Be on the lookout for a potential sci-fi drop. We had talked earlier about that we're going to be debuting Humphrey Bogart on a classics type channel that we want to do. Obviously, we had some technical snafus, but we wanted to do a live stream, so it just kind of worked out this way to do the best movie of all time according to JCVD, which is Timecop, but much better than Looper. And I gotta say, it passes the Meg test. If you actually took this movie and released it this year, I would go see it in the theater as opposed to all the stuff that's out right now.
I mean, it is a lot of fun. It really was. I would also say that on Tuesday we're doing the movies of 1990, but tomorrow, if you're up for it, we'll find another day if you have to. But I will just say, when Rob, you have some time off, we need to talk about a little bet we made at the beginning of the summer, because it's no longer summer, and I do believe the top 10 is settled.
Well, alrighty then.
Yeah, we got to talk about the summer's winners and losers and see which one of us are the loser for the summer. So
I'm curious though. My list, I had Spider-Man as being the #1 film.
Okay, well, send your list along to
I don't remember. I don't remember my full entire list.
Have to watch. Well, because I think you were saying yours.
I have to go back and look at it.
Yeah, so find that, put it in the DMs, and we'll include yours as well. Chrononaut saying a fun flick. Boobies are important, and this was pre-internet porn boobies, by the way. Time travel aspect was cool. Two red dots at the end of the wall. Mia, Sarah's boobs. Okay. All right.
I mean, just a fun scene with the taser.
And Christy saying, but the Meg is awesome, though, laughing at
the Meg is with the Mendoza line, the lowest level you can call yourself a professional. That's the floor test. The ceiling test might have to be a Timecop test, because if it's not better than Timecop, it just should automatically suck. So I guess when we talk about the summer movies for this year, we should say which one was better than Timecop, and the answer is probably not many.
Well, here's the thing. The Meg test, however, is, does it pass the hype?
Is it a real movie or not?
Does it pass the hype versus entertainment level? Because if you remember, Meg was supposed to be this wild ride, yada yada.
Yeah, hype it up. Yeah,
it turned it out to be very mundane. At best, even if you enjoy it, you got to admit it did not turn out to be that wild, over the top movie that it promised it would be. So I know Rob hates the film, but if you gotta admit it.
I'll say this though: if you're gonna watch a movie, never watch the trailer first.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, because
it's gotta. The Meg test is, does it live up to the hype?
It does.
Yeah. Oh, and yes, Chrononaut, I read the book Meg and I loved it. And if they had filmed that, where he actually went inside the Meg and was attacking its heart with a knife at the end, I think that would have been badass. Are we sure Timecop is over the Mendoza line?
I'd say the most nerve-wracking part of the Meg was when they're in the sub in the very beginning, because you couldn't see anything.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
After that, though, it's like what you saw. I'm like, oh, it's a digital shark.
All righty. So anyway, gang, there you go. Don't forget to show up on Tuesday for the top 10s, and hopefully we'll be able to do the summer movies tomorrow. If not, we'll find a good day for it. And I just want to get it out there before all the big channels do.
I love this, like Eric Breen's bringing up the fan thing. I've had this in like how many times I've been on live, even in the Spider-Man costume. You've always saw my fan.
Yeah.
Don't you have a black background with a white X in the Albertus medium font that you can have behind you?
Oh, wait a second. Actually, if I have it, then yes, we do. If I've got the, I know I've got the I Love Comics, and I should have done this in the beginning because I didn't think about it. Let me check.
I'm just saying, because it looks like Beckman's in his evil underground lair and his control room, but that fan just throws me off.
yeah. The fan breaks the whole thing.
It gets a little warm down here.
No, I honestly do not have our Xtreme Show banner. I thought I had it somewhere.
Is that a body wrapped up on your bed?
It's actually my TV. That's like I don't really use this TV much.
As your lawyer, I am suggesting you do not answer that question. unless it's no. No is good. No is good. If you could say no, that's not a body. That's good. Anyway, gang, thank you very much for showing up. Thank you very much for the comments and keeping the conversation going. As always, thank you very, very much for watching. And as always, Rob,
Stay extreme.
stay extreme.
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 Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.